everyone. It is Saturday morning. I am sitting outside of the Lincoln Memorial. I have a photography session today with a client who's also a friend, and I'm really excited to shoot her graduation photo. She's about to graduate from Georgetown. I have quite a few graduation sessions these next 2 weeks, which is super amazing, super blessed. We love extra income in this channel. But yeah, so we're doing it at the Lincoln, and so of course it's going to be beautiful. The rain has sort of held off, which is really nice because it was threatening for a while. But I just wanted to pop in, say good morning. Hello, my name is Sarah Jane. I am a PR practitioner living in DC, and I make a lot of content on life in my 30s. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Alrighty, we are back home. Of course, Cider is honking the duck as soon as I turn on the camera. She just loves to do that. Always. Anyways, it is 11:30. I'm back home. So did the session at the Lincoln. It wasn't too crowded, which is perfect. And when you go super early in the morning, that's the best time to shoot at the Lincoln Memorial because you get the sun rising and then the crowds haven't really set in yet. And then we did breakfast at Ted's Bulletin on 14th Street, so that was really nice. And now I am home, I am editing, and I'm going to edit for a little bit, but I just wanted to check in with you guys and then just catch up a little bit more because I feel like I haven't vlogged in a long time. Okay, so I just finished editing that gallery and I've sent it off to the client. Normally I take sometimes like a week or two to edit photos, but this was a mini session, so it's a smaller session, less deliverables, and I actually have a lot of sessions coming up and I don't want to fall behind, so I'd rather just kind of get on it and go ahead and edit it and get it out the door because I have another one tomorrow and a couple more next week. So just trying to keep up with everything. I would like to make sure I get all of them done before I go back to school, which leads me into wanting to catch up with you guys. So essentially I have not really talked with you all in a pretty long time. If you're new here, I got engaged and I got married and just got back from my honeymoon, which is why I haven't made a video in a couple weeks. And yeah, life's just been crazy. We went to St. Lucia for 2 weeks for a honeymoon and it was absolutely amazing. Like, I had just the most fun. Like, it really was just so much fun. And the first week we stayed at a resort called Halcyon, and that was like a lot quieter, a lot more romantic, intimate. We had a very nice room for Halcyon, and then the second week we went to one called the Grand, which was a lot more elaborate, a little bit more of a lively atmosphere. So yeah, we just had so much fun. I got so tan and now I'm back. And if you guys follow my Instagram, which if you're not, you should, I posted a ton of photos during my trip. I got off of every social media platform except for Instagram because I am a photographer, so of course I love taking photos and uploading those photos. But yeah, so if you followed me there, you saw all these beautiful, wonderful pictures that I was posting. And now I'm back. And this was my first week back to work, which was an adjustment. I have not worked in a minute. And yeah, we're just kind of getting back into the groove of things. I am thinking about doing a like honeymoon resort review. Let me know, comments below if you want to see something like that. But now it's sort of like, okay, well, what does the future hold? And that is a great question. As some of you may know, if you've been following me, I took some time off of school to plan the wedding. Initially, I was going to school part-time, working full-time, and wedding planning with whatever time was left. And that was incredibly stressful. I was not a version of myself that I liked. So this last semester, as things really kicked off for the wedding and we were moving things along, I did take a semester off from school just so I could focus on the wedding, and I'm really glad that I did that. It really did allow me the time and the mental bandwidth I needed to have the kind of wedding that I wanted to have. Weddings are not only an investment in your future, they're an investment in yourself, and they're also a financial investment. So if you're making that type of investment, you definitely want to be like zoned in on what you're doing. But now that the wedding's over and the honeymoon's over, we are going back to school. So I do go to Georgetown. I'm getting my master's in public relations and corporate communications, and it is a lot. It is a lot. But I am on the tail end of it, so I have one more elective to take, and then I am going into my capstone, which is the last thing you take before you graduate from Georgetown. So it's kind of an exciting time because next week my peers will be graduating from Georgetown. I have, I think, 4 friends that are going to be walking, and I'm going to go to support, but it's just a really exciting time for everything. Like this, there's lots of change in the air, but it's good change, and it just remotivates me as I'm going back into school, that we have good things around the corner. They are. So anywho, that's what's on the initial horizon. Classes start in about a week and a half. It's sort of up in the air what I'm taking for my last elective because there's a specific class that I'm trying to take that's in a different part of Georgetown, and I'm just waiting to see if I get approved for it. If I don't, I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to take as my last class, but hopefully it goes through. But I won't get too much into that at this time. So now it's about 1 o'clock. I think I'm going to do a little bit of editing for TikTok. I think I don't want to like set it into stone, but I think I am going to try to focus a little bit more on TikTok. It just has so much more opportunity, I think, than really any other social media platform in terms of growth. So I am going to focus a little bit on that, and then maybe chill. This evening I don't have a ton of plans. I had a friend from my past life when I was in the Army. He just moved to this area, which is really exciting. It's funny because he was my friend in the Army, and then we both moved to New York, and he was actually a friend to me there as well, and then now he's moved here. So he's been my neighbor 3 times now. Crazy. But anyway, so I think we're gonna grab dinner with him tonight at Founding Farmers. If you don't know what Founding Farmers is, it's like a classic place to eat in Georgetown. It has this farm to table concept. I've never been there, so I thought this was a really good opportunity. The restaurant's like a good middle ground from where he now lives and where I live. And then, yeah, so that's kind of what's on the docket for tonight.
To kiss you goodnight, to kiss you goodnight.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day for anyone who watches me that is a mother. Yesterday was a lot of fun. I ended up getting dinner with my old friend that moved here from the Army, and actually had a really chill night just because since I was up early, I was exhausted. I went to bed probably like around 11, and then I had to get up early this morning because I had a session in Georgetown. A lot of students are graduating. This session, so yesterday's session was at the Lincoln Memorial. Today's session was at Georgetown, the main Georgetown campus. So just realized I'm parked in a handicapped spot, but like I really want to get out and go get bagels. Parking here is such a nightmare. So I was able to move the car. Now I'm going to call your mothers to pick up some bagels.
Trying to make it make sense, it doesn't. Saw something there when it wasn't.
So I'm home. I had Call Your Mother bagels, which were delicious. I've never actually been in the flagship store. in Georgetown, and it was super cute. I actually think they recently opened one up in Tyson's. They do have some folks that they send out to the Mosaic Farmers Market, so I've gotten them there before, but I've never actually been to the flagship store, which was really nice. Definitely a bit chaotic. They have a lot of business going on. That's like something that I really miss from New York sometimes. It's just like there's such good bagels up there. Anyways, I'm home. I've actually already finished editing the photos that I took this morning, and I have went ahead and sent those to the client. And now I'm kind of figuring out what I want to do for the rest of the day. With it being the first weekend back, I really wouldn't mind taking some time to just chill and clean the house, because I do feel like the house is still kind of messy. I also do need to run some errands, so I will probably take you guys with me when I do that as well.
I've been lying to myself all that for nothing. All I got is this one thing. Nobody feels like you.
So I just got back from the bookstore. Also, I did change into this dress because it is really nice outside, and I was really warm with what I was wearing earlier. But I picked up 3 books while I was at the bookstore, and I just thought I'd go through them really quick. First, I picked up Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've read 3 Taylor Jenkins Reid books. The first one was Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which by far is still my favorite. The second one was Malibu Rising, which it was like okay for me. Third one was Carrie Soto is Back, which was also okay for me. So her books are very hit or miss, but we are reading this for a book club this month. I have 1 week to finish this book. So that is the first one that I'm going to be reading. The second book I picked up was The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. So this is also the author of The Guest List, which was a book that I read while I was on my honeymoon that I really, really liked. So I'm hoping I like this as well. From my understanding, this is about a hunt that happens in the remote part of Scotland. You have all these different types of characters that come into play, and then someone is murdered, so it's like a whodunit. And then the third one I picked up is called The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. This book has been all over my TikTok, my YouTube, so I'm really excited to read this. It's about a woman, I think there is a murder, I'm not exactly sure. All I know is that she lives in the attic once she's hired, and that the door is only capable of being locked from the outside, which is not great. So anyways, really excited to read this book as well. Gonna start off with Taylor Jenkins Reid, and then just go from there.
Terrified, I'm screwed. But if I never love somebody new like I do you. Try and find out there.
Okay, so that's it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It felt different getting in front of the camera again and just vlogging, but it was really nice to catch up, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I started Daisy Jones and the Six, so I'm going to keep reading that, but I'm going to go ahead and start getting ready for bed. We have a new work week ahead of us, and it's going to be a busy one. Don't know if I'm going to bring you guys with me. We'll see. But until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
It was all